Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Wednesday, the 11th of April, comes to you from London. We start with the dollar. Sank lower again yesterday, back into this bearish trend. So we've seen the seesaw here in the point and figure chart, but we've been above and then below. We're back into bearish territory. Still have around 3% downside. So we're just still in this range in the medium term, but short term we've turned bearish again. And of course we do have these big downside targets hanging over us. So against the euro looking stronger, and so no big surprises there. That's mostly about dollar weakness. And if we look at against the Japanese yen, we see the dollar weakening here now as well. So that's a proxy for the dollar weakening across the board. Against sterling, we see sterling rising against the dollar, now starting to test this January high into the sort of 140s, pushing into the potentially the mid 140s. So we're seeing now 2-year highs potentially in the sterling dollar rate. So taking us back to sort of nearly where we were at the Brexit vote. Looking at the euro, sterling looking stronger here as well. Against the Swiss franc, holding its bull trend here too. Against the Australian dollar, it's seesawed a little bit more here, and we're just sitting at this 183 mark. So very much a sideways chart here. Looking at Bitcoin still in the bearish territory on the short-term chart and medium-term. So we do have mixed targets to the short and upside and downside. Keep an eye on the 1-minute charts if you're trading Bitcoin. Looking at the S&P 500 index, we recovered again yesterday, so we're just starting to see the short-term chart coming back above the cloud, not yet convincingly above on the lagging line. The Nasdaq we're through as well, so that's looking a bit better, and the Dow Jones also we just seesawing on the cloud on the short-term chart, so no real clear evidence of a strong recovery yet. It's too early to say that this is a recovery. And looking at the Russell 2000, we're still very bearish here on the short-term chart as well. So we're not out of the woods yet. The S&P future down 0.5%. The Nasdaq E-mini also down 0.5%, so it does suggest US markets will go a bit lower today at the open. FTSE 100 sitting up this morning, so looking a bit stronger, and just continuing this this run that we've seen of late. The FTSE mid 250 also looking better above the cloud, and the DAX looking stronger. Got an 8% upside target here on the DAX, and the CAC Current also looking much stronger too. The yen we're seeing here, the Japanese market looking stronger. Hang Seng just starting to get back above the cloud, but not quite so yet. And the Chinese market also just struggling a little bit to get above the cloud. The Sensex, we're seeing the Indian market looking much stronger, bullish in the short term, and the Australian market has really struggled, still not yet quite bullish above the cloud. Looking at Brent crude sitting at 69.50 this morning, so looking stronger there as well. WTI also looking strong, and US nat gas sitting at this 266 level, just sitting in the mid 260s. So no real price action there really. Looking at heating oil, looking strong in line with crude oil. Coffee actually looking a little bit stronger short term. We've got an upside target of nearly 2%, but medium and long term still bearish. Cocoa bearish short term, medium and long term looking better, and sugar pretty bearish on all 3 time frames. Gold is up again this morning, had a strong rise first thing, and we're sitting at 1344. We've got targets into the mid 1350s. On the 1-minute point and figure chart, we've got 3 targets in that direction. Really is getting set for a breakout gold. It's tantalizingly close on this big ascending triangle that we can see here. So just wait for the break, but it is looking likely that we will see that upside break. Silver looking strong as well, bullish above the cloud. US 10-year yield sitting at 2.8%, no big change there. The German Bund, this is actually the bond price rather than the yield, is coming off a little bit on the short-term chart, just really sitting flat at around the 160 level. Apple strong showing overnight, up nearly 2%. Amazon also looking stronger. Alphabet still struggling to get back above the cloud. Facebook was up 4.5% on Zuckerberg showing in Congress, so still looking bearish on the short-term chart though, and Microsoft looking still pretty good on the medium and long term, but short term just struggling. So tech is looking better, but it's still not out of the woods by any means. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.